Before we begin, take a deep breath. Inhale slowly. Feel the life entering your body. Exhale softly. Let the noise of the world fade away. My dear friend, have you ever wondered why peace slips away the more you speak of your life? Why every time you share your plans, your strength seems to weaken? Because not every ear deserves your truth and not every soul can protect your vision. Today, let us journey into the sacred power of silence, where peace grows, energy strengthens, and mastery begins. The silence within. Take a deep breath. Inhale slowly through your nose. Exhale gently through your mouth. Let your shoulders drop. Feel the air moving through you like a soft river. Let your mind settle like dust returning to the ground after a storm. In this stillness, something sacred begins to appear. Clarity. Most people live surrounded by noise. Noise from others, noise from the world, and most dangerously, noise from their own restless mind. And because of that, they feel the constant urge to speak, to explain, to share everything that happens in their lives, hoping that by doing so, they will find understanding, comfort, or validation. But you must remember this: every word is energy. Every time you speak, you are not just communicating, you are spending something valuable. When you reveal too much of what's happening in your life, you are giving away your inner power piece by piece. You are letting others enter your sacred space, a space meant for your growth and alignment. The wise know that silence is not emptiness, it is protection. It is the invisible shield between your soul and the chaos of the world. Because when you share your dreams too early, you expose them to the judgment of people who do not carry your vision. They cannot see what you see, they cannot feel what you feel, and what they do not understand, they will often criticize or doubt. The truth is, not everyone deserves to know what's happening inside you. Not everyone can handle the story that is still unfolding. There is great wisdom in keeping your journey sacred until it becomes strong enough to stand on its own. Silence is not about hiding. It's about choosing peace over approval. It's about understanding that your energy does not need to be explained to be real. When you stop telling everyone what's happening in your life, you start listening more deeply to yourself, to the subtle voice of intuition that always knows the way. And in that silence, something powerful begins to grow: self-trust. You no longer depend on external opinions. You no longer crave validation. You simply know. And that knowing gives you strength, stability, and direction. So, learn to enjoy the quiet moments. Not every thought needs to be spoken. Not every experience needs to be shared. Keep some things just for you: your prayers, your progress, your pain, and your peace. Because what grows in silence becomes unshakable. It roots deep, it matures, and when the time is right, it blooms effortlessly without the need for words. So breathe again, inhale deeply, exhale slowly, and remember, silence is not the absence of sound, it is the presence of awareness, and in that awareness, true power begins to rise, the energy of secrecy. Close your eyes for a moment. Take a slow, deep breath in, hold it gently, and now exhale. Feel the energy move through your body like a wave returning to the ocean. In the Shaolin way, we are taught that everything is energy. Your thoughts are energy, your words are energy, even your silence is energy. When you understand this truth deeply, you begin to see that every time you speak of your plans, your struggles, or your dreams, you are making an energetic exchange with the world, and not all exchanges serve you. When you talk about your goals before they are born, you already receive a small taste of satisfaction. Someone says, "That's amazing," or "You're doing great." And in that moment, your mind believes you have already achieved something. You feel the warmth of approval, and that warmth begins to cool your fire of discipline. It is like opening the oven before the bread is ready. The heat escapes and the process weakens. In Shaolin philosophy, this is known as energy leakage. You lose the sacred power that should be used for creation because it escapes through expression. It is not that you must hide everything in fear. No, it is about understanding timing. There is a time to plant, a time to water, and a time to harvest. When you speak of your plants too early, you are showing the seed before it has roots. The soil may not yet be strong enough to protect it from the wind of others' opinions, jealousy, or misunderstanding. Protect your energy the way a monk guards his focus during meditation. Not every thought deserves an audience. Not every dream needs an announcement. The wise understand that mystery holds power. When others cannot predict your next move, you move freely. When your energy is not scattered in many directions, it becomes focused, sharp, unstoppable. So practice the art of inner containment. When something good happens in your life, smile quietly, give thanks inwardly. When you plant something new, let it grow in the dark, like a seed beneath the soil. Let your silence become your strategy. Let your focus become your voice, because the world does not need your promises, it needs your results. And remember this ancient principle: words spend energy, action restores it. Speak less, do more. Allow your deeds to speak the language that your mouth does not need to. One day, when your dream has matured, when your results stand tall like a mountain, you will not have to explain yourself to anyone. The silence that once protected your energy will now command respect. Breathe in, exhale slowly. Let this truth settle in your heart. Energy grows stronger in silence. Protect it, guard it, and let it guide you to mastery. Why people share. Take another deep breath. Inhale slowly, hold, exhale gently. Feel your heart calm down. Feel your awareness settle in the center of your being. Now ask yourself quietly, why do I feel the need to share? Why do I feel this urge to tell people what's happening in my life? The truth is, we all seek connection. We want to be understood, to be seen, to be validated. There is a deep human longing to have someone look at us and say, yes, I understand you. And yet, true understanding rarely comes from words. It comes from presence. It comes from living, not from explaining. When we tell others about our struggles, our plans, or our emotions, we are not always seeking advice. Often, we are seeking comfort. But comfort can become a trap. It can make us dependent on others' reactions. When someone praises us, we feel strong. When someone doubts us, we feel weak. And just like that, our inner balance becomes controlled by the opinions of others. This is why the wise say, the one who seeks understanding from others will always remain misunderstood. Your journey is sacred because it was given only to you. No one else can truly walk it, and no one else can fully understand it. Sometimes, when you share your growth, people might discourage you, not out of hatred, but out of fear. Your growth reminds them of where they have stopped. Your progress challenges their comfort, and instead of cheering for you, they try to bring you back down to the level where they feel safe. This is why solitude is important. Solitude is not loneliness. It is the space where you recharge your spirit, where you remember who you are without noise, where you realign your energy with purpose. When you stop sharing every detail of your life, you create a boundary around your peace. You become selective about what and who enters your inner world. And this boundary does not isolate you. It strengthens you. You begin to see the world with new eyes. You realize that silence does not disconnect you from people. It connects you deeper to truth. You start listening to the whispers of your intuition, to the quiet guidance that has always been there but was buried under too much talking. So the next time you feel the urge to explain yourself, pause, breathe, and ask, do I need to be understood right now, or do I simply need to understand myself better? Because the moment you understand yourself, you no longer need others to do it for you. And in that moment, you find peace, not the peace of approval, but the peace of alignment, the peace that comes from walking silently, confidently and faithfully on your own path. The discipline of stillness. Before we begin, take a slow, gentle breath. Inhale deeply. Feel the air move through your body like a wave of life. Exhale softly and let all tension flow away from you. Now listen, not with your ears, but with your awareness. There is a discipline more powerful than any physical practice. It is the discipline of stillness. In Shaolin philosophy, we are taught that stillness is not the absence of movement, it is the mastery of movement. It is the moment when the body is calm, but the spirit is alive, focused, and awake. When you remain silent, you are training the mind not to react, but to observe. You begin to see how people reveal themselves when you do not reveal yourself. You start to understand that energy speaks louder than words ever can. Most people rush to explain, to defend, to be understood. But the wise understand, when you are truly centered, there is no need to prove anything. Stillness becomes your proof. The discipline of stillness is a test of patience. It teaches you to respond, not react. It helps you witness your emotions without being controlled by them. And slowly, through silence, you become a mirror, reflecting the truth of every moment without distortion. When you stop talking about what you are doing, you begin doing it with full awareness. Your actions become intentional, your focus becomes pure, and your energy, no longer scattered, gathers like a river flowing toward purpose. In the Shaolin temple, monks spent hours in meditation, not to escape the world but to understand it. Through silence, they learn how noise truly works. Through stillness, they learn the rhythm of life. Discipline is not only about rising early or pushing your limits. It is about the strength to withhold your words when your ego wants to speak. It is the ability to listen when the mind wants to argue. It is the power to remain calm when the world tries to shake you. When people ask, "What are you doing with your life?" smile softly, bow gently in your heart, and answer with peace, "I am growing." You don't owe anyone your explanation, only your evolution. Stillness does not mean passivity, it means alignment. It means knowing that not every battle deserves your energy, and not every thought deserves your voice. As you grow spiritually, you'll notice this truth. The more silent you become, the more you see. The more still you are, the more power you hold. Because silence is not the opposite of action, it is the foundation of wise action. So sit quietly with yourself, let your mind slow down, breathe deeply. In the space between each breath, feel your strength returning to you. Stillness is not weakness, it is mastery. And mastery begins when the noise inside you fades and all that remains is peace. The power of mystery. Take a slow, mindful breath. Inhale deeply through your nose. Exhale gently through your mouth. Let the breath calm your thoughts and return you to the present moment. Now listen carefully. There is great strength in mystery. There is divine power in not being fully known. In this world, everyone wants to be seen. Everyone wants to be heard. But few understand the sacred power of being unseen, of moving quietly, humbly, and purposefully. When you learn to walk in silence, you begin to protect something that many have forgotten, your inner world. You do not need to explain your every step. You do not need to announce your growth, because real transformation does not seek attention, it seeks alignment. It does not make noise, it creates impact. The seed teaches us this truth perfectly. It spends months hidden in the darkness of the soil. No one praises it, no one notices it, but beneath the surface in silence it is growing, strong roots, deep foundations, quiet preparation. And when it finally breaks through the ground, it does not need to ask for attention. Its presence speaks for itself. You too must learn to grow like this, quietly, patiently, mysteriously, because mystery protects you. When people cannot predict your every move, they cannot interfere with your path. When they cannot measure your progress, they cannot limit your potential. There is wisdom in not revealing everything you feel or plan, not because you are secretive, but because you are sacred. Your life is not a public performance. It is a spiritual journey between you and the divine. Let your silence become your armor. Let your results be your language. Let your calmness confuse those who expect your noise. When you master this, you stop chasing validation, and validation starts to follow you. People will start to sense something different about you. They will feel your peace, they will see your glow, and yet they won't be able to explain it. That is the power of mystery. It draws respect without demanding it. It inspires others without even speaking. Mystery is not about hiding who you are. It's about revealing yourself only to those who have earned your trust. Not everyone deserves access to your spirit because your energy is precious, and anything precious must be protected. So stop telling what's happening in your life. Guard your plans. Guard your peace. Let the world wonder what you are building, and when the time comes, let your success answer their curiosity. Take a deep breath in, exhale slowly. Remember, silence is your sanctuary, mystery is your shield, and peace is your greatest achievement. Because when you learn to live quietly, you do not fade, you rise, you become light in its purest form, steady, silent, and unstoppable.